Welcome to the Busted Open Masters Class podcast, and we're here with our Masters of the Ring, Tommy Dreamer, Mark Henry, Bully Ray. Don't forget, you can hear the Masters Class each and every Monday. That's when our new episode drops. Also, we have the Busted Open podcast, and if you like what you hear, we're on SiriusXM Radio 24/7 with Pro Wrestling Nation 24/7. Our topic today for our master's class is Mount Rushmore. We're all going to give our own Mount Rushmore, and then we're going to decide the ultimate busted open Mount Rushmore. So, Bully, the floor is yours. First, before you give your Mount Rushmore, your criteria for the Mount Rushmore.
Well, I got to ask you guys permission before I give you my Mount Rushmore. Mm-hmm. I know the three of you guys are ready to go, but how about we make things a little different? Can I give my tag team Mount Rushmore?
We could do both. We could do the Mount Rushmore of singles wrestlers and Mount.
Just let him do
Oh,
it.
you want to give you just
He
you?
just want to do it because he's a tag team wrestler.
Okay.
I just thought it would be
So
a
you
little
have to
different.
be-
If you guys don't like it, I won't
Well, I
do
mean,
it.
we had
Well,
a top.
Mount Rushmore is 4.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
it would
4
be,
tag teams.
No, it would be just there's 4 heads on the mountain.
Yeah, not
so
8.
you would only have to be like Road Warrior Steiner's done because there's 4
No,
people.
each team represents
I know, but that's
one
not
head.
Mount Rushmore.
And just because your 4-head looks like a 5-head doesn't mean that we can't do a
Just
Mount Rushmore.
because
fired.
your
Shots
belly
fired.
looks like Mount Rushmore doesn't
You
mean
know what?
anything.
Can
I
I
fell on deaf ears. I got the same response as your matches do.
Can I
Cricket.
jump in?
Mark smiled.
Bully, since you're the most decorated tag team wrestler of all time, I would love to hear your tag team Mount Rushmore.
First one, I think we can all agree with the Road Warriors.
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
First spot on Mount Rushmore. Second spot on Mount Rushmore of tag team wrestlers, tag team greatness. The Rock and Roll Express.
Done
Ooh,
deal.
LaGreca, you made a face.
I don't know if the Rock and Roll Express would be on my Mount Rushmore tag
Holy
teams.
crap. I want to hear his other 2.
Okay.
Third position, the Midnight Express, Condrey and Eaton.
Yes.
Fourth position, the Hardys.
All right, so go through the teams again.
Road Warriors, Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express, Hardys.
I
The
don't
Dudleys
agree.
are not on there?
That would be too self-serving.
No, but we're coming up with I would put the Dudleys on that Mount Rushmore. I would have the Dudleys replace the Rock and Roll Express.
Because you got to also look at longevity. Like,
I'm saying as a pro and as a fan, those are the 4 teams that I would put up there. I'm not that much of an egomaniac.
Road Warriors, number 1. Yes. I keep rock and roll. I take out Midnight, and I put in the Steiners.
Steiners were my number 5. I didn't know if I should throw them up there.
no.
And it is
I
hard.
hear but there's a great argument for the Steiners.
It is hard not to add the most decorated tag team in the history of the business in the Dudleys, or Team 3, whatever.
Okay.
It's a hard one.
I mean, so let's do this
Just
quick.
because you changed names,
Oh, so
change the fact that y'all were the most decorated.
so what 4 teams can you agree on?
We got the Road Warriors.
Road
We're all
Warriors,
agreed.
Dudleys, Hardys, and then that last spot is up
have the
for
Hardys?
Midnight
No, mine's the Hardys.
Express or the Steiners.
All right, so we definitively all have the Road Warriors, the Hardys, and the Dudleys. So we have to agree on the 4th.
Yeah.
And you say
Man, y'all, you can't. There's no 3-sided coin. But it's 3 other tag teams that are in that greatness conversation that you have to consider them.
When I look at Mount Rushmore conversation, obviously you go with stats, what they meant to the industry, their impact on the game,
Did
and-
they change it?
and then like longevity, also money drawn. And, When
The
I go
Road
with
Warriors are unique because they were the only
Road Warriors,
team.
100%. Road Warriors and Hardys are my guaranteed 2 in there. Steiners put asses in seats. They were so innovative. Like, people forget how, like, especially Scott was. I mean, just changing the game with a guy his size, but also they had some really cool, unique, tag team finishers. The Rock and Roll drew money in NWA. They drew money in Memphis. They drew money in Mid-South. And I'm talking like major, major money. They also changed the game. They changed the game because they were smaller guys, but also like their stuff that they did, especially with the Midnight Express, was like next level, where I look at it like they were the guys doing the ECW stuff before the ECW stuff. And then, it's like AEW is doing the next level stuff of the industry, like the progression of the business. And Rock and Roll were the godfathers of that.
Can I throw a 4 out and you can yay or nay it? Road Warriors, Dudleys, Hardys, Steiners.
Now I got no Rock and Roll. You just kill Rock and Roll, David.
You can't kill rock and roll, but you
At
did.
midnight.
Yeah.
Well, we can't. I mean, well, we said
Rock and roll at midnight is dead.
but we said definitively the Road Warriors,
Yeah.
definitively the Dudleys, definitively the Hardys.
Yes.
So that only
Only
leaves
one
one
spot
space.
left.
So
Conversation's so hard. I hate
all right. So Steiners, Rock and Roll Express, or Midnight Express.
Saying it over again is not going to change the fact that there's 3 teams left that
I know.
to decide
I
on.
know. So we have
all
3.
got
Based on,
agree.
If we
okay,
go-
so if we go with the criteria of who was more successful on the entire planet, it's the Steiners.
Steiners. So are you okay
With
then?
that criteria that you just
Yeah.
said.
But then if we also go longevity, Rock and Roll is still going.
Yeah,
It's
but
still going.
but the success
But the
of the
money is
Steiners.
not up there, and neither is
Yep.
the prestige of who they are, not on the regional but national market.
Steiners did it in WCW, WWF, and Japan.
EC Dub.
Not really.
Okay. They drew some houses.
Not really.
So it's the Steiners. I'll go
All right.
with the
So
Steiners.
then our definitive Mount Rushmore of tag teams are the Road Warriors, the Dudleys, the Hardys, and the Steiners.
See, I knew if I left myself off, you guys would put us on.
Yes. You have to put it on. You're
can't
my
believe
favorite tag
Psychology
team.
worked again.
I feel dirty. I got to text Ricky Morton, tell him how much I love him.
I do too. I need to call him and tell him, hey man, I love you because this is gonna come out, and people are gonna say, hey, I know you went on Busted Open several times. You know they didn't put you on the Mount Rushmore. Look at Dave. Dave whipped his head around like, damn it.
But who are you taking? Who are you taking out?
But he won't be mad.
They're in my Mount Rushmore.
Oh, if he doesn't come on the show anymore,
Then
we
we'll
know.
They're on my Mount Rushmore.
No,
Oh,
they're
you
not.
can't do
My
that.
own
do that.
personal one. This
No.
is a panel.
We're a collection right
can't do
now.
that.
I
You
don't
can't
like
do-
this.
You
can't
can't
say
do
that.
that.
He
and leave
started
us-
can't
this
say
with,
that.
I want to do a tag team one.
That's
I can't wait till we get to the singles.
no,
we might
but
be
you
fighting.
have to back this. Do you agree or disagree? Road
I have
Warriors,
my own.
Dudleys, Steiners, Hardys. Yes or no? Are you in or are you out?
Because he can't take a stance on.
All
anything.
right, if you're gonna stand by the Rock and Roll Express, what team are you taking out?
I know that's my hardest part.
Well, either you agree or disagree.
I'd have to
Well,
go
it's
with.
only
Hang
three
on
people-
my
there's
last
only three
criteria.
other teams
Shut
on there that
up.
you take off.
On my last criteria, titles held. The Steiners held more titles, world titles,
There you go.
Then
All right.
than the Rock and Roll.
there you
We
go.
decided this 10 minutes ago, but I'll say it again.
Say it again.
The Road Warriors, the Dudleys, the Hardys, and the Steiners.
Little Giuseppe for you.
Now, by the way,
Now we're gonna try to do the singles.
yeah, which is going to be more hard.
No, it's not
gonna
because
be harder.
I'm next, so I'm gonna kill it.
All right, go ahead.
It's very simple. The guy that we've been talking about the most the last 3 days, Hulk Hogan, is on that list.
Oh, do we all agree on Hogan?
Do we all agree that Hogan was
Yes.
the guy that set the table for everybody? He's the guy that put the emphasis on music. People didn't have a lot of musical interests like that. He was in movies. He brought attention to wrestling in a way that nobody had done it before him.
He was the first WWE superstar.
The first superstar. He drew money in a way that nobody in the New York tri-state or around the world drew money except for one guy. And that's my second guy on the Mount Rushmore is Andre the Giant. Andre the Giant, you put his face on a wall and everywhere on earth people go, that's Andre the Giant. And they might just say it in a different language. But that's, oh yeah, Andre the Giant.
That's Japanese.
That's Japanese. See, you get it. And third, this is where it gets hard. Because just like your list.
I know what your third is.
Who's my third?
I think I got it. Austin's got to be up there.
Austin is my third.
There you go.
Wow, you smart. Austin did not only the money, but I was in Africa on a bus, and I looked over to my right, and a dude had a Stone Cold 316 shirt on. And everywhere I've been, I've the far reaches of the earth, you see Stone Cold influence. People playing around, joking, and they doing the stunners. Like Stone Cold was able to make wrestling fun again in a time when wrestling had dipped and it wasn't making a lot of money. And then him and Undertaker and The Rock, they were the guys that kind of, those Triple H, Shawn Michaels, there was a bunch of tweeners because during their time period, there was the big guy and then there was Ric Flair. And there was really no in-between. But they built that in-between part of pro wrestling.
I'm not saying that Stone Cold's not on my Mount Rushmore, but did Stone Cold Steve Austin have the longevity? Because I think a lot of the people that we're going to talk about on this Mount Rushmore did it for a long period of time. Stone Cold, if you really look at it, his time on top was not long. I mean, he had the impact, but it wasn't long.
But he did something that Andre did not do, and probably the number 4 guy on Mark's Mount Rushmore did not do. He popped the territory. Only Hogan popped several territories.
Big time.
Steve definitively popped the territory and is responsible for an era.
Yep.
And let's
Attitude Era.
we got to
You're right.
we got to remember this. Steve's 2 months in ECW opened Steve's eyes to what wrestling could be in the WWE.
He did it again. He found a way to sneak ECW.
No, normally that's Tommy. Normally that's Tommy.
Do you know I wrestled
Tommy
Raven?
97, DDT, blah, blah, blah.
ECW had no influence on Stone
Oh,
Cold.
yes, it
My
did.
God. The finisher stolen from Mikey
He
Whipwreck.
stole the finisher.
The whippersnapper. Beers, Sandman. Don't even get me started.
And then
Love him,
Heyman-
though.
And then Heyman got that promo out of him that changed
Yep.
his career as well. All right, so let's go to your number 4. What's your number 4?
I can guess it.
Woo! Ric Flair is number 4. There has never been a more glib, more infamous, and more, dare should I say, Rick was a little, he's a bit of a wild child. He not only was great in the ring as an ambassador for wrestling, he was great on the microphone as a wrestling ambassador, and he was great outside the world of wrestling because he drew attention to our business in a way that nobody ever. I mean, we had Gorgeous George. What the fuck is going on?
Nothing.
Am I out to punch you?
No, go. Please continue.
I'm trying to skate around the fact that as much as Ric Flair had problems made us seem more cool. His problems made us seem more infamous. And I'm going record as saying that.
I will say this. I think Ric Flair is the greatest professional wrestler of all time. Now, you could talk about Hogan being the biggest star. I think Ric Flair was the greatest professional wrestler of all time. There's Nikki and Brie Bella, and obviously I lost my crew
Oh my God.
by this. There's a lot going on.
Lot going on today. I agree with number 1 and number 4 as well with Mark.
But you have a problem
Hogan and
with,
Flair.
You
I
have a
have a
problem
problem.
with Andre and Austin?
Yes, sir, I have a problem, but I'm gonna go to
When your turn.
All right, so here's my Mount Rushmore, okay?
Okay.
Hogan and Flair are definitely on my Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
Terry Funk is on my Mount Rushmore
Ching.
because Terry Funk, I think, no matter what era you put him in, he was successful. No matter what style he had to wrestle, he was successful. He changed landscapes. I think Terry Funk needs to be on there. And then I think you have to go a little old school. And I mean old school. How do you have a Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling and not have Luthez?
No.
How do you not have Luthez on there?
Very easy. You just don't put them on it.
Those last two, I'm gonna have to say no, sir. I can't.
Whoa,
agree.
wait. Whoa. Let me go with Terry
I love
Funk.
Terry Funk.
Let me go this other route with Terry Funk. Terry Funk was also a crossover star, commercials, movies, before that was a thing. The other one, he's the one who told Hulk Hogan, you need to go to WWE. And what he did for the NWA, when you were in the NWA world champion, you were voted by every territory because you could draw money from every place because you were the best in-ring worker. So then I think about that for what he did for his own, for Amarillo Wrestling, for the NWA, for Florida, him and his brother were bookers, for Mid-Atlantic. Their run in WWE was kind of blah, but that was also
They're
because
also 55, 60.
no, him and his brother were there before, and Vince told him you're going to work with Hulk Hogan, and then he gave him the Junkyard Dog for I think he said it was 8 months straight, and he only had a handful of matches with with Hulk Hogan, Saturday Night's Main Event being one of them, but he was just I was lied to, and then he snapped, he left. Then he went back to the business, drew major money in his 40s for WCW when he came out of retirement, did that stuff with Ric Flair. And then what he did for ECW, he put it on his shoulders. Then he goes to WWE, also changing his style. You were there. You had to catch a 54-year-old moonsault.
Chainsaw Charlie.
Also winning the tag titles in his 50s. Big part, he also comes up with the Hell in the Cell thing with Mick. What if you fell through it or off it?
I think the thing about Terry is this. When you think of a Mount Rushmore, you don't think Terry Funk. So immediately it's
Regardless of
when
his
you-
greatness, you don't think that.
Right. But when you start running down the resume and the criteria, you're like, oh, wait a minute.
I
This
think he
guy
knocks off Lou
He's
Thesz in
a
a
journeyman.
heartbeat.
All right, so
And there's my other one where now I'm thinking the Andre, and I agree with the Andre, Dusty Rhodes. And Dusty Rhodes' impact in the industry is still being felt today, and not because of Cody and Dustin, but because of all the people he helped and trained are carrying the industry now outside of, everyone talks about, hey, SummerSlam's 2 nights, WrestleMania's 2 nights, The Bash, 30 nights of stadiums in a summer and all sold out.
But when we talk about a Mount Rushmore, and wrestling can be whatever we want it to be at any given time, when we look at the actual Mount Rushmore of our presidents, we know George Washington was our first. We know Thomas Jefferson and the Declaration of Independence. We know what Abraham Lincoln did for slavery, Theodore Roosevelt being a great general. I'm sorry?
The Emancipation.
So all of these men did something significant for the United States. So I think the criteria has to be is these wrestlers have to have done something significant for pro wrestling.
All right, so we haven't gotten your 4. So who are your 4?
Hogan, Austin, Flair, Andre.
Okay, so you agree with Mark.
And the thing about, even though the Terry Funk argument is great and it's warranted and it's justified, Andre was known all over the world. Andre was an attraction all over the world. And they did something with Andre the Giant that without turning Andre heel, you can't put 93,147 people in the Silverdome.
And that was at the end of his career.
You
Right.
can't do, no matter how much of a star Hulk Hogan is, no matter how big of a name, an attraction, all that, any other heel in that position, you don't sell out the Silverdome. If Terry Funk is in that position, you don't sell out the Silverdome.
Hulk Hogan, even himself, put more asses in seats, allowed you to raise the price of the tickets a significant amount. But Andre, they rented him out. The companies rented him out to other companies for $50,000.
But they also did that to keep him fresh in WWE.
Yeah, because you couldn't just.
Correct.
He was so good, you couldn't beat him.
Let me hang on. Let me make the Terry Funk argument here.
Mexico, Canada,
Massive draw.
America, Japan.
All right, so really
Hang on
quick,
one second. Andre Giant, beloved Giant. Where was he a heel? Japan. Terry Funk changed a race. He changed perception. Every American that went to Japan was booed. Why? Because we dropped a nuclear bomb on them. Terry Funk was the first babyface, the first American Gaijin wrestler to get cheered. Changed a culture.
In Japan.
Okay, but I'm just saying that's when you said about our forefathers, he changed a global perspective
Okay.
of what wrestling was.
all right, so let's try to whittle it down. We all agree on Hogan. We all agree on Flair. Would if we're looking for that third
And
position,
Andre.
third spot, are you good with Andre? Because
Wait, do we all agree on Austin?
I would
No,
put
they didn't agree.
I
with
would put
Austin.
Andre before Austin.
Wow.
I would put Andre before Stone Cold. You, Tommy?
Oof, this is so hard. I hate these. I don't want to be in the room anymore.
I don't want to be here.
I want to go
You're
watch
starting to
Unrule.
sweat.
I want to watch
and
I'm
melt.
starting to sweat
I
and
want to
it's
watch Unreal.
66
Give me
degrees.
the same tension.
Yeah, it's all. So, would you Andre or Austin in the third spot? Andre or Austin?
Longevity, I got to give it to Andre.
All right, so we got
Hang
3.
on.
Wait, hold on.
So wait,
Titles.
why can't it be Andre and Austin? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
I'm looking for that.
Titles, then you got to give it to Austin.
But that was also a time when Andre didn't need the title.
I know.
All right, so wait. So,
You can't even put that on Andre.
do you agree? Hogan.
He was handed a script from Unreal before it was Unreal, and that's
Will
why.
you stop? I'll
all right,
punch you.
Hogan, Flair, Andre.
Yes.
Are you good with Andre, Dave?
I'm good. I take Andre over Stone Cold.
Tommy? We're only looking at Andre over Stone Cold, yes or no?
And Luthez has been headbutted to death.
Luthez is
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Luthez is out. Nobody. I was the only one that said
Says is
Luthez.
a jobber.
Yes, I will put Andre.
Okay, so then we agree. Hogan, Flair, Andre.
Now does this take us to
Now
Steve Austin? I'm sorry.
Now this takes us to Stone Cold and Funk.
What about Dusty?
Okay.
No, but no, it can't. I'm sorry, Dusty's out because they say Stone Cold. You and I say Funk.
Correct. That's a great point, Dave. It was 2-2.
Yeah. So now we have to get that 4th spot. So I'm gonna go through it again. Bully, Stone Cold or Terry Funk?
Stone Cold.
Mark, Stone Cold or Terry Funk?
Stone Cold.
Tommy, Stone.
Can we make sure that y'all, let's talk about the money. And Dusty, as much as we loved him in Texas and Florida, like he didn't hit
Dusty's out.
the rest of the world.
Unfortunately.
Dusty didn't hit the rest of the world.
Yes,
like
he did. He was the biggest. Him and Flair were the two biggest superstars when on TBS. Again, stadiums, 30 nights of stadiums, a Great American Bash, sold out.
Unfortunately, Tommy, Dusty Rhodes is not one of the people that we're arguing for. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin or
Cody,
Terry
I hope
Funk.
you're listening.
I-
David is kicking.
No,
his ass off of
we
Rushmore.
have to have people on. Dusty Rhodes, a legend, 100%.
Wait, what did you
Dusty
call
and
him?
Terry
Cody what?
Funk. I cannot.
His name is Cody Reynolds.
Sorry, birth name.
I can't do it.
What do I got to go?
We agree on Hogan. We all agree on Flair. We all agree on Andre. Those three are already etched. They're on there. Now we have to etch the fourth stone.
God,
Is it Stone Cold or is it Terry Funk? Bully and Mark say Stone Cold. Now you and I have to decide whether we go with Mark because we're the tiebreaker here.
Tell us again why y'all say Funk.
Funk was for me. Funk was a success wherever he wrestled.
54,000 Kawasaki Stadium. In a new style, always changed.
So was The Rock. So was Shawn Michaels. So was Bret Hart. So was Triple H. There's about 8 guys that have that
They
distinction.
didn't draw 54,000.
And they made more money.
And Terry, for Terry Funk, for me, it's the success wherever he went. But he also could change his style wherever he went. He didn't wrestle the same way. The way he wrestled in the NWA was different than the way he wrestled in the WWF, which was different than the way he wrestled in
Dave, what's your
Japan,
favorite
which was
match of all
completely
time?
different than ECW.
Favorite match of all time, David?
Of all of these great things, it doesn't matter what your personal favorite match is.
Right.
What of all of the great things that Terry Funk has done, none of it can be compared to Austin 316, Austin McMahon, Austin Mike Tyson, and what Austin meant to an entire era and money generated. It's almost, you can't even have the conversation.
Hang on.
Did
Funk Flair, Funk Rhodes, Funk's Briscoes. 7 nights a week. I know Steve Austin was 7 nights a week, but if I'm going longevity, it's Terry.
Yes, if you whittle it down to one aspect of longevity,
I'm going to have to break the tie here, or else we're going to be here all day.
That's fine.
Flair, Hogan, Andre, Stone Cold.
Okay, I'm calling Steve, see who he pick.
and there you have it.
And that's your Mount
you go.
Rushmore. Hulk Hogan. Actually, let me redo it. The Mount Rushmore, I have to say Ric Flair's name first. Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Andre the Giant.
I like it.
All right?
I like it. I'm with it.
That's our Mount Rushmore. Thanks for listening to Busted Opens, the Masters Class. Again, a new episode drops each and every Monday. Also, we have the Busted Open podcast, and we're live 7 days a week, 24 hours a day on Pro Wrestling Nation, 24/7. For Bully Ray, for Mark Henry, for Tommy Dreamer, we'll talk to you next time right here on Busted Opens, the Masters Class.